Hello, my name is Adrian Rodriguez with student ID 3879919, and I'm going to be going through the commands that I implemented in my chat program. Then afterwards I'll be doing a little code review. Okay, so starting off I'm going to start the chat server program, and that's going to let us connect to the server with a client. So it's listening on port 50,000, and it's going to be connecting through localhost. So we're going to start our main program, and we see a chat window opens up. Start a second one so we can have some communication, and I'm going to demonstrate the connect command here. So we can connect the regular way, and then we enter our chat app, or we can do the connect command, and we're able to connect. Okay, so after we connect, we can see that once we log into the server, or connect to the server, the banner is displayed, which is found in the banner.txt file in the configuration folder, and it asks for our name. So we're going to go ahead and log in with an admin on this account, and that prompts us for a password. Right, so we successfully logged in. We can check here if we try to do the same thing. We're going to log in with an operator. If we enter the wrong password, then we don't have access and we're disconnected. We can then promptly reconnect. Alright, we connect, and we're just log in with a regular user with no password, and we're in. Once we're logged in, we can join a channel. So if we try to type anything, it's going to say we're not in any channels, and this works across all user accounts. So we're going to try and see with the list command what the channels that are available right now are. And these are the channels that were created in the channels.txt file in the configuration folder. So you see that there's a general channel, a burger enthusiast channel, and a cat fan club channel. So we're going to join the general channel. We join the general channel. The topic is that there's no topic. And if we do list again here, we see that the users are not listed. And we're going to do the same thing. Right. So we joined. Adrian has joined the general channel. We can also see that there's an admin in here. So we can start typing, hello. And we can respond, hey there. And there it is. After we've joined a channel, we can talk, we can do any other command. So we're going to change the nickname of this user to something else. And it announces it to the channel. So Adrian is now known as something else. And if we start typing, it shows that we have a nickname with a tilde. If we do nick again and put our original name that we logged into the server with, it removes the tilde because it recognizes it as the original name. Alright, so while I was doing some bug fixes, Windows decided to do a Windows update and restart on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and redo what we did in the beginning. So I'm going to start our chat server, 2 clients. One of them is going to connect with a regular account. And we're going to join the general channel. This one is going to connect with a admin account and connect to general. So you can see we're both here, and let's get started with the commands again. Alright, now that we're logged in, we can demonstrate the kick and kill command. So those are privileged commands, and they can only be done by privileged users. The kick command only by operators and admins, and the kill command only by admins. I also made it so that when we have an admin or an operator in the channel, it has a plus or an admin in their name. So you can see the admin has an admin flag, users are just regular. Okay, so we're going to kick the user Adrian from the channel, general, and that disconnects the user from a channel. If we try to type, see that they're not there, we can rejoin. Okay, so we can also kill a user, and that is just done with that command, and it disconnects them from the server, and we can reconnect. Alright, for the purpose of these commands, I am logged into this client with an operator, and for this one it's just a regular user. So I'm going to demonstrate the silence command. So we're both in the same channel. You can see the operator has a plus symbol, and I'm going to go ahead and silence this user on the right. It announces it to the channel, and if we try typing, I'm silenced. Note that I can still use commands. Now I'm going to remove that user from the silence list. Actually, before we do that, we're just going to print out the users that are silenced, and it shows it. Let's go ahead and remove them. And that works. Note that this is only per channel. If we moved into a second channel, we'd be able to talk just fine. Alright, I'm going to show the rules command. This shows the server rules. This is the help command. Shows all the available commands that we can do. The topic command, which is only able to be used by, I think, admins. The topic command can be used by admins and operators. So we just do the topic and the channel of our choice. If we don't have a message, then it just shows us the topic. If we do topic, channel, and then a message, we can see that the topic has changed, and it announces it to the rest of the channel. I'm now going to demonstrate the part command. The part command allows the user to leave a channel and announces it to the channel. So here we're in the general channel. If I use part and the channel, then it lets me leave. You have parted ways with the channel. Adrian has parted ways with the channel. I can then rejoin the channel. And it shows the topic that we set before. And we can also use a message to part from the channel. And it announces it to the channel. The info command shows information about the server, shows the port, all that stuff, when it started. We can check the information on a specific user. I think it's like this. I think that only works on nicknames. Yeah, that's only on nicknames. So if I set my nickname to something else, I can do user IP and then new, and it shows their information. Let's go ahead and change this back. The users command shows all the users connected to the server. Here it says operator. Here, the other name. This is the wrong name here. This is still a nickname. Right. And we can also check to see who is on. So we can do is on, and we can write a name of users. Hello, user 1, Adrian. And it tells you all the users that are on. Okay, so for this demonstration, I'm going to show the mode for a channel and the not command and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and set the mode of the channel in general. Actually, first let's make this user join a different channel. Okay, let's go ahead and set the mode of this one to be, where is it? True. Right, so this is now an invite only channel. We will not be able to join if we try to join, but we can knock on the general channel. We sent the knock, and it says the user Adrian is requesting an invite to the channel general. So now we can invite that user to this channel. Okay, so now I'm going to demonstrate the wallops command, which sends a message to all the operators that are on. So this command is just like this. This is my message, and it sends it to all the operators. I am also going to show the private message. And this works like this: private message, then the user that we want to send it to, and the message. And there we go, that's our message. Let's set this user to away. Our away message is I am away. Okay, and it sets it into the channel. Everybody knows that the user is away. If we try to private message them, we get a response message. The user of message is away. I am away. Now if we do away command without any parameters, we are no longer away. We can private message them again. Alright. Notice works the same way, except that it doesn't send an away message if the user is away. Okay, and you see we don't get our reply message. If we did a private message to operator and said hello, we would get an away message. Okay, so now I'm going to show the trivial ping pong. If we do a ping message, the server responds to the ping. The pong message responds to the pong. We can also check the version of the server that we're on, version 1.0. Alright, we can also check the time. It shows the current time. Let's see. You can see all the users. See the user IP of a person with a nickname. Actually, let's join general. Alright. Nick, new. Alright, we can check the user IP of new. Let's go back to admin. Alright, what else can we do? We can see a list of users that match the name, the username. So we can say who is Adrian. Shows us that. Who is admin. We can also do the same thing with nickname. Who is, or change our nickname here to new again. We can do who is new, and it shows us the same information, but that's only through nicknames. Another thing that we can do is add an operator to our operator list. And we do that with oper. We say the user name that they want the operator to have, which is new oper1, and then we can have a password like pass. There's no confirmation, but it should work. So let's go ahead and open that up. I'm going to connect to localhost. Alright, so our name is going to be new oper1. It's going to ask for a password, which is pass, and success. Now we're going to join the general channel, and we can see that our operator has indeed joined and does have access to the silence commands and all those operator commands. I'm now going to demonstrate the kill command, and what this does is it kills, or actually I'm going to do restart, and what this does is it restarts the server and lets users reconnect. So this can only be done by admins. Restart the server and we can reconnect. Alright, cool. Now the same thing can be done with the kill command that kicks all users off a server and kills the server. So we can do kill, and we're disconnected. So now I'm going to go through a code review of my code, and we're going to start with the chat client file. So here we have our client. This holds all the information about the client, and I've added a bunch of different data structures here. We have an array for our configuration. We have these variables for the files that we read from our configuration, the write path and the log file write path and all that stuff. And we call our command read configuration file here and parse configuration array. So we do that down here, and we simply just open the path that we send into this command and read the file, which is located in our configurations folder. Afterwards, we parse it and we look for all our data that we need. We skip any comments, we get the last server, the port, bug mode, the log mode, and the log file path or name. And now we start logging. If logging is true, then we open up the file and we have an identifier for the process ID, so that if we're running more than one client on the same computer, we can differentiate which log file is which, and we start writing. So every time we connect, or rather every time we send something, we write it to the file. Every time we receive something, we write it to the file. And when we disconnect, we close the file. Okay, I'm going to go through the channel now. So the channel has all these dictionaries. We have the client name is the key to the nickname. We have an array of all the users that are silenced in the channel. We have a dictionary of all the clients that are away in a channel. We have a topic. We have an array of all the operators that exist on a server, all the admins that exist on a server, and we have a boolean that shows the mode, whether a channel is invite or not. We have a standard welcome client message that I haven't changed. Here our broadcast message has been changed to show either if a user is that same user, we're going to show you have sent a message. Otherwise, for other users, if they have a nickname, they're going to appear with the tilde. If they're an operator, they're going to appear with a plus. And if they're an admin, they're going to appear with the admin tag next to their name. Otherwise, it's just going to show the client name and their message. Channel message is used to broadcast to a channel. This is for announcements and things like that that one specific user will not be sending out. It will be sent to all the users. We have remove client from a channel, which removes a client from the channel dictionary and also deletes their nickname if they have one. We have show topic, which shows a topic of a channel, and set topic, which sets a topic of a channel. We also have set mode, which is called when we use the mode command in the client. Right, in our main folder, we have just the usual thing, except we added this little bit of code right here. Where is it at? Connect. So we bind our widget to the connect command, and every time we try to connect, if we see connect in the enter bar or whatever it's called, then we try to connect with the command, and we send over a tuple, blah blah. If not, we just send the data, and that's for messaging and all that stuff. Right, and finally we have the chat server. I imported datetime so you can use our datetime command. We have the configuration of max connections. We have a message of the day. Welcome to the server, what a beautiful day. The server rules. We have our help message showing all our messages. The privilege message, or the privilege commands. Sorry, this is a list of all our commands. The privilege commands have pluses next to them, so these denote the commands that require either an admin or an operator account. We have our ping and pong message, and here we have our initialization. So we have our address, our channels, channel client map, the times that we log a user logged into the chat to a server, the name of the arrays of all the clients, of all the clients, the start time of a server, and the server status. We also have variables for file processing. This stores the banned users. This stores the regular array. This stores the users from a user text file. This is the banner message, and this is the channels that we read from these files. So we call these commands read banned users file, read users file, read banner, read channels, and then we parse them afterwards. These are preset users on the server. So this is an admin with the password hunter2. This is an operator with the password hunter2. We have no registered users on startup. These get added through the users.txt. And here we have our socket connection, all that stuff. We start listening, welcome client, blah blah blah. Okay, and here we finally connect. So once a user connects, we check for their name after they entered it, and if it's taken, we make them pick a different one. And then once they pick one that's not taken, we check to see if they're an operator, ask them to log in if they are, with success. If not, then they have it denied. Same thing with the server admin and the banned users. It checks to see if they're a banned user. Registered user, same difference. Alright, we have our welcome message, and then we send the message. We log the time that a client finally connected, and now a user can start typing or using commands. Alright, so print user IP prints a user's IP. Message operators is wallops. Part channel is when a user wants to leave a channel. Knock on channel is when a user wants to send a knock to an invite only channel. Channel mode sets the mode of a channel to true or false, which makes it invite only or not. Invite to channel is a user inviting another user to a channel, and they can either decline or accept. Print versions prints the server version. The admin login is a helper function that handles the admin login. The operator login is also a helper function that handles operator login, and user login is the same thing. Set operators is the oper command, and we can add a user to the operator dictionary, and that lets us log in later. And we don't accept passwords with that. Alright, we can set the topic here or show a topic. We can kill the server. We can kill a client. We can set a username, which is setting a user's true name on the server. This is a helper function that shows whether or not a username that a user selected is taken or not. Send rules sends the rules of the server. Ping pong handles ping and pong. Kick user kicks a user from a channel. Check if on is the is_on command and returns all the names in the array that was passed into it of the users that are on. Send notice is like private message, except it doesn't respond with an away message if the user that the message is sent to is away. Print server info prints the server host, server port, and the start time of the server. The away functionality handles a user's away status. Private message allows the user to send a message to a different user, and that user can receive it. And this is the message, this is the sent message, and this is the logic for it. We have restart server, which restarts a server. Kick all clients, which is a helper function that kicks all the clients before restarting a server so that the threads aren't messed up once we do that. Print who is based on a nickname, I'm pretty sure, and that prints all the information of a user. Print who is the specifics of a user through their username. Print users prints all the users connected to a server. Print user IP is for nicknames only and only prints the IP of a user through their nickname. The helper function check for silence is used before we send a message, so that if they are silenced, that command will not go through, or their message will not go through. The silence functionality takes care of adding and removing users from a silence array, and also printing it if we have no parameters. And these are those helper functions. We add, we remove, and we can print it. We can change our nickname, which changes the nickname channel locally in the channel. And this is a helper function that announces the nickname to the channel. This sends the current time of whoever invoked the time command. Quit removes you from a server, disconnects you from a server rather. List lists all channels. This shows our help message. Join, which has been modified from the original code to where is it? To check if the server is on, and to add the operators and admins to a local channel object. Send channel message is a little link to the channel message we went over before that broadcasts a message to a channel. Send message has not been modified. Remove client has not been modified. This shuts down a server. This reads the banned users, reads the user file, reads the banner, and reads the channels. This processes the channels, which shows which adds the channels to the list and adds all the local admins and operators from a server. And this processes raw user data, which adds admins to admins, channel operators to operators, etc., etc. And this sends a message of the day. And that's pretty much it.